What's up, YouTube? If you love staying updated on the latest hip-hop news, conspiracies, and deep dives into the industry's biggest mysteries, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a thing. And of course, share this video with your friends so we can keep the conversation going. Now, let's talk about something that has the streets buzzing. Rick Ross, yes. The boss himself seems to have disappeared from the media, and rumors are swirling that his life might actually be on the line. And the reason? Allegedly, it all goes back to Big Meech and some empty promises that were never fulfilled. This is deeper than rap. And if the rumors are true, things could be getting real dangerous for Ross. Let's break it all down. Rick Ross has always been known for his larger-than-life persona, his extravagant lifestyle, and his deep connections to the streets. But his relationship with Big Meech, the infamous leader of the Black Mafia Family, is one that has always raised eyebrows. If you've been paying attention to hip-hop for the past 2 decades, you already know that Ross built a significant part of his brand on the imagery and influence of BMF. His hit song BMF, Blowin Money Fast, literally name drops Big Meech, and he has always made it seem like he was deeply connected to the movement. But here's the thing: there have been whispers for years that Ross may have overplayed his hand when it comes to his ties to BMF. Big Meech is currently serving a 30-year sentence, but his influence hasn't disappeared. Word on the street is that while Ross used Meech's name to boost his career, he also made promises behind-the-scenes, promises that he never delivered on. And let's be real, in that world, broken promises don't go unnoticed. When you align yourself with real street legends, you have to move carefully, because if you don't, well, let's just say there are consequences. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. Over the past few months, fans have noticed that Rick Ross has been unusually quiet. He hasn't been making his usual rounds in the media. He's not as active on social media as he used to be. And there's this eerie silence surrounding him. And in the hip-hop world, silence can mean a lot of things. It could mean that Ross is laying low because he knows something is coming. It could mean that he's received warnings to keep quiet. Or, worst-case scenario, it could mean that something is already in motion behind the scenes. Thing about it, Rick Ross has always been a loud presence. From his constant flexing of wealth to his never-ending feuds with other rappers, he's never been the type to shy away from the spotlight. So why now? Why disappear when his brand is bigger than ever? Unless, of course, there's something or someone keeping him in check. And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Rick Ross has had issues with people from the streets. Remember the time he had to cancel multiple tour dates because of alleged threats from gang members? Or when he had that mysterious drive-by shooting incident in Florida? Ross has always had enemies, but this time, it feels different. This time, it feels like he might have crossed the wrong people who don't do internet beef, people who don't do diss tracks, people who handle things in the real world. So the big question is, did Rick Ross really make empty promises to Big Meech? And if so, could that be the reason for his sudden disappearance from the media? There are 2 sides to this. On one hand, some people believe that Ross is just keeping a low profile for strategic reasons. Maybe he's working on something big behind the scenes. But on the other hand, there's a growing belief that the silence isn't voluntary. That maybe, just maybe, Ross has been warned to back off. If this is true, then things could get real ugly real fast. We've seen what happens when rappers get too deep into the streets. We've seen how affiliations can go from being beneficial to being deadly. And if Ross really made promises to Big Meech that he didn't keep, then he might be facing the kind of heat that money and fame can't protect him from. This story is still developing, and we're keeping our ears to the streets. But in the meantime, I want to hear from you. Do you think Rick Ross is in real danger? Or is this just another internet conspiracy blowing things out of proportion? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your people. We got to stay locked in because this story is far from over. Stay tuned, and I'll catch